TomGorian here, and welcome back to episode 3 of the F1 22 Carlin My Team Career Mode. Today we are here for the newly redesigned Australian Grand Prix. Obviously in real life the track has had a massive layout as far as the old chicane, the back straight's much more longer, corners are more tighter now, and overall it's a bit of a newer circuit on the F1 calendar. Before we get started, make sure to like, comment and subscribe for more F1 22 content, as the game is now officially out worldwide. As you can see, we've got 3 upgrades coming. We've got 1 power train, 1 chassis and 1 durability. I'm at the next race now, so one of the upgrades has worked. I'm not going to say what, but yeah, we are slowly but surely making progress. As you can see, David Beckman is slowly but surely getting his ratings increased there. We are 1 level away on the Team McLean from getting level 5, which will give us our first sponsors. McLaren has jumped us in the performance index, but we've got a lot to get through in this episode. We're not going to waste any time. It's time for the Australian Grand Prix.
Welcome to the Australian Grand Prix in Melbourne for what will no doubt be an intense day of racing. So with the race not far away from starting, here's what today's grid rundown looks like. Charles Leclerc lines up on pole position, and the smooth operator Carlos Sainz completes the front row. Considering the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Perez, Sir Lewis Hamilton and Russell, Bottas, Fernando Alonso, Magnussen and Esteban Ocon, Mick Schumacher, Norris, Yuki Tsunoda and Gasly, Vettel, Ricciardo, Guan Yu Zhou and Lance Stroll, Albon, David Beckman, Latifi and Thomas. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track. Natalie Pinkham joins me once again in the commentary box. It's fantastic to have you with us today. I'm curious though, how do you think the drivers stop those pre-race nerves from becoming overwhelming when you're lining up on the grid?
Well, I imagine they'll be starting to feel the adrenaline as they anticipate the rundown into turn 1. A bit like preparing to go into battle. The unknown situation.
Okay, so first impressions of this Australian Grand Prix circuit is that it's more tougher on this game than pretty much any other game that I've played this, that I've raced this track on. For some reason, this car just does not work. Around here, I was trying to test with the setup, and as you can see, I'm starting to slowly but surely understand this year's setups. I think tire pressures do make a difference a little bit on the top speed. Ride height as well, I think, especially going over curbs, especially for Imola, Miami, will make a difference. The wings do make a difference on this game, but it's more lower. I think you can get away with more lower wings for this year's game, so you might see a lot of setups that do have low wings, but thanks to suspension or the tyre pressures will help them. But this Australia track is very tough, especially in Sector 3. But anyway, getting ready for the formation lap. And as you can see, we're on the grid. We're getting ready for 5 red lights. Lights out. Away we go in Melbourne. It's a tentative start once again. We have to short shift in towards 4th gear. And we already get wheel spin as we enter 5th gear. And the start of change in this year's game. It's 3 wide. Going in turn 1 between Latifi there and also our teammate David Beckman as we head in towards turn 3. Latifi with the same engine as us. We're going to go down the inside of our teammate. No, we don't. But Latifi does, though. And we're going to have to try and go around the outside of that Williams. He just gives us enough room there as we enter turn 5. Now turn 6. We have to, hug the curb there. But we make the move stick as we enter now the new profiled section of this Australia circuit. This massive straight, which I do not understand why there's not a DRS zone around here. It might be because of the chicane, or I don't know, but it doesn't make sense why there's a DRS zone on the back straight, on this next back straight, but not a DRS zone on that straight. I mean, it is lap 1, well, now lap 2, but even with the DRS being enabled, there's no DRS on that straight, so maybe for next year's race they will add DRS. And plus there's also no DRS, well obviously, I say that, DRS is now enabled now as Latifi tries to go around the outside of us. But I will say, as far as this track is concerned, turn 1 was tough, turn 3, I didn't mind turn 3, it's more tighter now. I mean, as you can see, turn 4 is pretty much the same. Turn 5, wait, hang on, yeah, turn 5. Turn 5 was a little bit tricky, especially trying to go through full throttle. Turn 6, I usually went wide. For some reason, the AI make a lot of time through that fast, re-corner now. And as you can see there, David Beckman is right behind us. As far as the engine upgrades, we can't really work on the ERS deployment. I don't know why. I don't know if they've taken it out or if that's something that's only a engine upgrade exclusive. So you know how when you select your engine supplier and they bring certain upgrades for the engine in certain parts of the season, maybe the ERS is one of those parts where when Mercedes bring an upgrade or bring an engine upgrade and we get that upgrade, maybe one of the upgrades is the ERS deployment, and maybe as far as how weak the ERS is. But anyway, we do get a safety car on lap number 9 of this race, and this will be one of 3 safety cars in this race. But yeah, as you can see, the delta there, very slow, and that's always been a problem in the F1 games, how safety car comes out and you're automatically 4 seconds negative, so you have to really slow down to what, it's like 50 mile an hour. As you can see there, we just saw an AlphaTauri, a McLaren, a Red Bull. I think that is Checo Perez coming in. Yeah, so as you can see, McLaren there, we have to go really slow. And as you can see, I'm just looking to see if there was any DNFs, any instance on track. It doesn't look like it, so it looks like the race director has called out a safety car because this race has been fucking boring so far, and I don't blame him. Yeah, this race was pretty much very tough as far as pace wise. The AI are very quick around here, especially on the back straight. The exits that they get on the new back straight is very tough to keep up with. And yeah, so as you can see, we have new broadcast camera options, the new broadcast system for the safety car. Not really bad though, and as far as the tyre temperatures, it doesn't really affect it. You still need to weave when you take control of your car, but it's not as bad as, let's say, coming out the pit lane where you have like minus 50 degrees on your tyres and you go wide every single corner. But meanwhile, we're back on the way for racing on lap number 13. The final corner was a little bit tough as well. Usually in practice and in qualifying, the rear would just get away from me, and I tried all sorts of things as far as increasing the suspension, the rear suspension, increasing the rear wing, minimizing tire pressures, but it just didn't. I don't think we have enough rear downforce as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, as you can see, lap 14, 3 wide there between Vettel, Gasly, and also, I don't know who, I think that's an AlphaTauri, that might be Zhou Guanyu, as we go around the outside of Pierre Gasly. We need to be careful there, we nearly make contact with Sebastian Vettel. We're going to go around the outside of Pierre Gasly, that turns to the inside. Hopefully David Beckman gets a piece of the pie, but he doesn't. And as you can see, we go wide there on that corner that goes flat out. But as you can see, there was a bit of a hold up there. And I believe that is Checo Perez coming in once again. And you'll see around about now, there's a Williams that comes in. That's Alex Albon. Albon comes into the pits. I don't know why. I think he might have damage. Let's see. He doesn't have damage, so I think he's coming in for his scheduled stop in this race. But as you can see, let's see what was the cause of the massive train. And yeah, as you can see, I think that's Kevin Magnussen and Fernando Alonso. Yeah, Alonso just turns into him, and that just causes a bit of a concertina effect. And as you can see, this train is still going in towards the fast chicane. We're losing 2 seconds pretty much on the pace. And as we try and go around the outside of Sebastian Vettel, more contact there. And what is going on with the AI? They're very slow. I do believe that the contact model in this game is more weak. We try and get a cutback on Vettel heading in towards the penultimate corner. Around the outside we go. And that was a boss move there. For some reason, the AI can't really fight properly into those sequence of corners. And as you can see, David Beckman, unfortunately, once again, my teammate has damage, and I believe that's Kevin Magnussen coming into the pit lane for his scheduled stop. And a second safety car has been deployed here. I think that was for the contact with David Beckman. Beckman hasn't really had the good start to this season. I don't know why. Like, his strategies haven't been that good. Yeah, I think the last race he was on a free stop. Well, I think Bahrain was on a free stop, and he was just miles off the pace in Saudi. But yeah, hopefully Beckman can get his his act together, because we really need him to he needs to sort out his pace, and I think we need to really increase his focus and also his experience, so we can get more resource points and overall be a quicker driver on race days. But anyway, restarts underway here, and as you can see there, Albon, Matt Williams is very slow in corners. That might be, in the corners, might be the worst car aerodynamically, but in the straight line it's still quick. And as you can see, lap 24, we have a third safety car, and as you can see, Perez for some reason just understeers in towards the final corner and in towards the wall, and Perez once again loses his front wing, loses parts of his front wing. So we do something that we don't really do, and we haven't done this race, and we're going to react. We've got nothing to lose at this point. We've got pretty much 5 racing laps to go, an excellent pit stop time, and it is a 2.3 second stop there. I'm just showing you multiple camera angles, but we're going to go on the soft tyres. Now, as far as the tyres and what tyres are the best for a 50% race are concerned, you don't want to be touching the softs. I don't think 2 stops are the way to go this year. I think it's the simple 1 stop from the mediums to the hards. You will suffer if you try and go for an undercut, but yeah, unless like this video, we'll like to see if the car comes out. You don't want to be touching the softs. But anyway, as you can see, this is where the race really starts to pick up. We overtake our teammate, David Beckman, and as you can see, that's Lewis Hamilton. He goes wide, and there you go. We've overtaken a Mercedes. Lewis Hamilton, 7-time world champion. Who is he? We've just literally mugged him off on the corner, on the new corner there. Lewis Hamilton just went wide. I don't know what happened there. He must have locked up, but we've literally taken him. We've mugged him off, and we have taken his candy and everything like that. And anyway, now lap 27 here, coming in towards the new 10:15 on the inside of Nicholas Latifi, Vettel, and also Albon. We lose the back end there, but Vettel can't get the position done. And as you can see, we are on new tyres. They're on Vettel's on old mediums. Yeah, Vettel's on old mediums and Albon's on old hards, so this should be easy work. But Vettel, the Aston Martin, has the same engine as us, as we're going to go round the outside in towards turn 1 we go. Hug the apex there, and that is a clean move on Sebastian Vettel. 11 world championships between Hamilton and Sebastian Vettel, and we've just made them look like mugs in the space of 2 laps. And now, as you can see, lap 28 of 29 in this race. We're not going to score any points, unfortunately, because there's simply not enough time. But as you can see, as we cut to this shot now, we're going to go round the outside of Alex Albon. He cuts to the outside and we switch on the inside. Brilliant move there from us, and that is where we finish. We're going to finish in a unlucky P13 in this race, but considering where we started, we'll take that.
Okay, pick up rubber and bring it home.
Another superb Australian Grand Prix comes to an end then, and it's a thoroughly deserved victory. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Well, I honestly feel it was down to the driver and car today. I mean, we could talk driver skill all day, but if you don't have a solid team to back that, you're never going to get anywhere. When you hit that sweet spot of having both an excellent driver and an incredible car, that's when you see results like those that we've witnessed today.
Class team, Ferrari do it again.
There are some weekends where, you know, you don't finish in the points and you just have to take your moral victories, and that was one of them today. We started pretty much dead last, and thanks to, you know, we crashed in qualifying, and that was the reason why we had to start this video very early on. I couldn't really show qualifying because, yeah, I don't know what happened. The servers went down, and, you know, we just couldn't really show qualifying. But as you can see, P13 in this race. Charles Leclerc makes it 3 out of 3 in Australia. Carlin Science, another one too, and Red Bull are losing this championship as we now enter the European part of the season. Natalie Pinkenving, Mick Schumacher is the driver of the day. What the hell's he done? We literally finished ahead of him. How the hell did he get driver of the day and we didn't? Whatever. Anyway, that is that for this video of F1 22 career mode. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more, and follow the playlist for all F1 22 content. I'm going to be doing 100% racing around Miami. Obviously, Imola is the next race, and there's going to be plenty more videos as the next week rolls by. We've got a social race coming up for RFL, 100% Miami race. We've got Miami in the My Team career mode. Yeah, content. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.